And please, can you honor him by what? How did they say it? Clap of hands or an applaud? Thank you. Okay, so sir, from what you said, I really learned a lot. I'm sure a couple of us actually learned a lot from what you said. So the key thing is to upskill, like from what you said, and don't wait till AI takes the. So basically, in DevOps, from what he said, I'm just doing a recap. AI helps you automate your work. Already, DevOps is about automation, right? But for those that are not inclined in DevOps, AI in general. Oh, okay. So I'm going to have to stand up. Sorry, Mr. Bruce, you can have my seat. Yeah, as a gentle lady that I am. So yeah, I'm going to stand here. Okay. So I hope you can still see me because I'm like tall. If you can't see me, stand up. So yeah, so welcome, Mr. Bruce Lucas. Good to have you here. So as I was saying, I was doing a recap on what he said. So basically, you don't have to wait for AI to take your job in quotes. You don't have to wait for AI to replace your job, right? You can upskill. How do you upskill? The tool. Okay, thank you, sir. So I'm gotten a seat. So for those a misconception, or I don't know, based on, I would say maybe a misconception that AI has come to replace people's jobs. And what do you think? What do you think about it? Has AI actually come to replace jobs, or has it come to make it better?
Hello, everyone. Sorry for my panel session. Technology in its generality is here to make things easier and better. Whether you call it AI, any kind of technology you think of at this moment is here to make things easier or make things better. That's why anybody that is not embracing technology is seen as somebody that is willing to stay in a stone age. Because technology is still improving and still making things better. AI particularly has come to make the same thing you were doing before, just better. But in making it better, there are still some gaps. There is no technology that is introduced and is introduced perfect, as it were. Some of you that are using iPhones or Android, if you look back, even just 5 years ago, no, not 5 years, let's look at 10 years ago. If you look at the Android phone you were using 10 years ago, you'll be surprised that you were using such an Android device. So no technology has come in perfect. Curve, more people will study AI and improve on how AI would affect our lives. And instead of being afraid of what AI would do, rather take a sec, open your system, learn about what AI is, and then build it and use it to make the world a better place. The more we would stop worrying about if AI will take our jobs or not.
Yeah, thank you so much for that, Sir Bruce Lucas. I have just one more question for you before we round up, because so, sir, from your experience as founder of Olotu Square, source for tech startups to thrive, I think I will just do like a rephrase on that question. How do you think AI can help startup founders to make their work more efficient?
Okay, so
yeah, please can you just like shorten the response because of time? Thank you, sir.
Okay, so I'll shorten the response. AI is, like I said before, is what you already do, but making it better. So you will just be applying AI. If you want a process that would take 5 seconds before to take 1 second. Or if you want a process that was a little more complex to become easier. Or if you want a process to get more intelligence than it used to before. So AI is just your ability to think and then training the system to think better than you.
Okay.
That's it. So whatever your startup is and whatever the startup is doing or the product you're building is, just use AI to make it think better than you, think faster than you, and produce faster results.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you for making it short. Okay, so since we're out of time, in just 30 seconds, can you like share the main message or what you would like the audience
being an AI enthusiast.
Okay.
We see a lot of that on profile. Stop being an AI enthusiast and start building something that can make the world a better place using AI.
Yeah.
We want to see that product. We want to see that innovation. And remove that thing from your profile. Thank you.
He's talking to you. Okay. Yes, you next.
All right. I would say make your presence felt. Make your presence felt. And never stop learning. Thank you.
Yes, sir. You, sir.
Okay, so I said it earlier. Do that one thing that really scares you. That you are like, whoa, am I able to do this?
Yeah.
Do it today. And of course, like we earlier said, upskill. Never
Yes.
get tired of upskilling. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, panelists. It was really great to have you here. Thank you for sharing our expertise with you. And thank you, everyone, for being an amazing audience. Bye.
Please, can we clap for Deborah and her panel? Thank you so much. Aniebet, Bruce, Dr. Linda, and of course, Mr. Kenneth Walker. Please celebrate them once again. That's amazing, amazing. I thought they gave you doctor already. Wasn't that what they said here earlier? That he's not a doctor, Abi? So he could be an academic doctor, he could be a medical doctor, he could even be a native doctor, anything. Just, it could be any doctor. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, did you enjoy the panel? Don't worry, I have another one for you. There's another panel coming. But at first, we have to do a thing or two. Thank you so much, the panel. You guys are amazing. My 30 seconds. Okay, they gave them 30 seconds. So my own 30 seconds. Wait, I won't talk now. Don't worry, I'll tell you what I will do in 30 seconds. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, quickly, we are going to take another beautiful topic right now. And I'm very, very... I use the word pumped up for this topic because of how important it is to everyone here. In case you are trying to build anything within the cloud space. Because this AI, and I love how Bruce said it. Stop being enthusiast. We have enthusiastically enthusiastic around things so much. It's time to get things done. It's time to build stuff. All right? So someone is going to be talking to us on how we can leverage Google Cloud platforms to build cloud computing. And the person to do that is someone who has also done that himself with his hands dirty in terms of being a high-skilled software engineer with over 4 years of experience in building and managing web applications, especially on the cloud platform himself. Ladies and gentlemen, with his smile alone, you know that he knows what he's talking about. You know, there's this confidence. I learned something here today. So ChatGPT will tell you something, tell you nonsense with confidence. And then apologize and tell you another nonsense with another confidence. Okay, I just learned that one today. But this man is going to smile and tell us, celebrate him as he makes his way to speak to us. Kelechi with a smile always. Every event I've ever met him, he's always smiling. And well, maybe because of the doors. If you know, you know. Thank you so much.
Mic check. Okay, thank you everyone. Very big thank you to the GDG organizing team. They did an amazing work, and I'm so impressed with what I'm seeing today. Okay, my slides. Okay. So my name is Kelechi. Currently, I'm a software engineer at Gadad here, and also I'm a DevOps engineer. Talk to you about things you can use with GCP and how you can do cloud computing on GCP. Okay, so first of all, let's try to understand the cloud. Me, when I heard about the cloud the first time, I was so curious to know what the cloud was. People were saying cloud computing. I was like, what is the cloud? Okay, so you take computers like servers and rack and then expose them to the internet for anyone, anywhere to access and make use of. That is cloud computing. All right. So I'll go in. So cloud computing provides you with compute services, networking, storage, and database. Okay, I'll go in to explain this more. Okay, so equipment. Let's say big companies like Amazon, they want to host their e-commerce website and all that. They will buy networking equipment like their servers, they will install them, configure them. All right, that was before 1990s, where you had mainframes and on-prem servers. All right, moving forward to 1990s, we had virtualization. This actually is the basis of cloud computing. Virtualization makes it possible for you to run multiple operating systems on a base operating system. Okay, it works with something called the hypervisor, where you can run, like on a Linux computer, you can choose to run Windows on it, or you can choose to run Mac OS or anything. All right, so this gave people or companies the power to, let's say I want to, let's say I have a huge server, right? I can run several OS inside to other businesses. That is, I can host applications for other businesses. So with the power of virtualization, companies could act as VPS agents. So I would go to those companies and ask them, look, I have a website. My company is small. I cannot afford to buy servers and networking equipment. Can you host it for me? And then, because there is virtualization, on one server, I can host multiple of these websites and websites and web applications. All right, that's powered by virtualization. And moving to the 2000s, AWS changed the game. They came up with a different idea. They decided to say, okay, instead of coming to physically meet a company or email a company, you can directly from the internet access computing resources. This is where the cloud started. They started with something called S3, Simple Storage Service. All right, so they made it possible for you to access storage solutions directly from your laptop without having to contact anybody. All right, without having to maybe go to a VPS agent and ask them that, look, I want to deploy an application. All right, and they came up with something very interesting, which is elasticity. You get to only pay for what you use. If I don't use storage, I use just very small. I only pay for what I use, which is the pay-as-you-go pricing model I explained earlier. All right, and also EC2, which is elastic compute, EC2 elastic, their own compute engine rather. All right, so what EC2 does is you can build up virtual OS, like you want to run your Docker engine or your Docker web server, or you want to run your application. You can put up OS like your Windows application, or you want to do testing, or you want to do Azure Fabric. And now, today, let's look at the modern cloud. How has the cloud evolved from 2010? All right, this picture here on the left, on the right is, this is Google's data center. This is how it looks. You can see that those are just large racks of servers which are exposed to the internet for anyone looking to maybe deploy an application, deploy networking equipment and all that. Like you and I developers, we can set up our applications, maybe a Docker image or whatever, to like bring value to businesses. All right, when we build those applications, people can use them. All right, so what are the key characteristics of the modern cloud? First of all is self-service provisioning. That is, I don't need to talk to anybody. I don't need to over-provision. I can just go and select the number of EC2 instances I want to use, and then I'll use them. Or I use Google Compute Engine, something like that. All right. So, and also elasticity and scalability. This is very important. So recently, I managed some of my clients. They will say, go and buy a server or a new server because my business grows. I just click a button from a web browser, and then I have more compute power to cater for my increase in users. All right, and then the next thing, as I mentioned before, is the pay-as-you-go pricing model, which is you pay for whatever you've used. With the VPS services, you have to pay ahead of time. That is, you provision a certain compute capacity. This is what you need, and then they'll keep it for you. And even though your users use that or not, you're going to still pay for it. All right, and finally, accessibility. These things, cloud computing resources are highly accessible from anywhere in the world. You can access them. Like yesterday, my team, we had a problem. The server had issues, and I was just taking a haircut. I went to, I grabbed the drink, and I decided to start debugging just right from my phone. Okay? And now, let's look at Google. Google is a major cloud computing provider. Now, what is Google? Google is a cloud platform with suites of computing services that power suites of modular cloud services. All right, all those things I've mentioned, from compute, networking, storage, Google offers that. And now, if you look at the image I have here, you see there are a couple of Google products. There are a lot. So we've been hearing of AI. AI involves you running huge amount of compute requirement. That is, you need high power computers to run them. All right, something like your large language models. You need very good computers with good graphics and all that to run them. Not all businesses can purchase that. All right, but something like Google already has servers that are already optimized for that. So you can just select the kind of requirements you want. You want to run a machine learning model, or you want to do artificial intelligence. All right, you can do that. And also, they already have services that offers you that. Something like facial recognition, facial The next thing we have is service model. How are the services used cloud providers? How are they categorized? Right? They are categorized. The first category we have here is infrastructure as code. Now, this is the point where the service provider provides infrastructure to run your computing source. Right? In Google, these services include something like compute engine, right? And also you have something called Kubernetes engine. If your team uses Kubernetes, you can use that, right? And also we have Google Cloud Run, which you can use to run your containers. And the next one we have is platform as a service. Right. So platform as a service gives you, they take away the burden of setting up, maybe spinning up a compute environment to run your workload, maybe spinning up an EC2 instance or a server. They take up that job, and then they just start alright, and something that makes that possible is something like Google App Engine. So with App Engine, you don't need to bother about what kind of server provision, you just have a general then the final service model we have software as a service. I believe almost all of us are using this service because we work with Google suite of services like Google Slides, Google Docs, and all that. This is also a form of cloud service, right? You also use the cloud because you have to like Google Drive as storage, right? This is platform as a service. Now, the next slide says, let's help you. Meaning, as developers, what you're doing, in order to think of building with the cloud, that is try to use cloud to make your building or the process of development. Right? So I've had to do, okay, they want to implement storage, try to store it on the server. When doing that, it's not easy because as users come on board, you store those things on the server, let's say they store it on that. Right? So as a developer, you can choose to do something like cloud. Those services are optimized for object. Then let's think about why I should consider using GCP. Right? The first thing is global. Google has data services across the world. So wherever you want to target, whatever kind of user you want to target from different parts of the world, you can reach them through Google. All right. The next is cost efficiency. Using the model, you only get your for what you use. All right. Security. Google Cloud products are highly secure. Right. So especially data center are highly secure. And also we have something like cutting-edge technologies. Google offers number of services like whatever you want to do into machine learning, AI, and all that. They already have services that are fine-tuned for that. Then you can can see different use cases, different companies that are using Google for IoT workloads, for storage, for machine learning, for data analysis, for artificial intelligence, as well as. Okay, so as a developer, how do you benefit from the cloud? There are several opportunities in the cloud. Right? One of the things that most of our research those companies, because it's difficult to maintain on-prem servers, they choose to go with the cloud. Most of the companies that I've worked with for the past 4 years are using the cloud. Right? So as a developer, knowledge of the cloud enables you to gain more insight, to understand software development proper, and also to have more opportunities. Because when you work with people, you want to deliver value. For you to deliver value, you need to have some extent of knowledge on what platform they run and all that. Right, so increase your chance of getting opportunities by letting you on the cloud. And also, as a product owner, this is very important. Encourage your team to try to utilize the cloud where necessary, and also they should do so efficiently. I think that's it for me. Thank you, and you can also, that's my LinkedIn handle, that's my GitHub, and thank you.
Thank you so much, Kelechi. Thank you so much, Kelechi. All right, are we ready? You don't even know what we are ready for. I wanted to say if we are ready to run. All right, we are not running, we promise. Okay, so we are getting ready for something very special. This is at the core of GDG. So it's not you to get this knowledge off from the stage generally, but again, we also understand that when you're getting into tech, one of the most important things you're going to be doing is not finding yourself randomly everywhere. You can't be everywhere in tech. I started out in development. Then, like one of my friends would say, if book no enter your head, make allow beer or wanting to enter. Or what did they call it again? All right, so but for what I'm saying in essence is today you are going to get a first experience of being handheld into one of these technologies that you can actually start out in and grow in if you choose so. So we are going to have a breakout session, and please, it tends to be rowdy, but I believe that we are all great guys and great men and women. This is a good time where you need to hold your bag, your laptop, your phone, and most importantly, your girlfriend or boyfriend, so that as you're moving, things don't move anyhow. But please, if your girlfriend or your boyfriend is not interested in track, you're going to allow her to go to where, or him to go to where they're interested. So we're going to break out into 4 sessions now. Each of this television represents a section. So we are going to have is when you hear the topic that resonates with you, you can quietly, when we announce movement, don't start moving, there's enough seats. And we're not going to be sharing food there, so don't run fast. Right? So we'll come back here and share food here. So you just move to any of the designates, and then your speaker will come there and meet you to discuss the topic that you are interested in. And we have quite interesting topics and amazing speakers. So I'm going to introduce both the topics and their speakers to you, so that you understand how important these guys truly are. So ladies and gentlemen, the first topic that we have here, permit me to do a double quick tag. And let me also announce that we're going to be having this session in 2. So the first one, after that, I'm going to announce, and this session is lasting for 15 minutes, please. 15 minutes. So speakers, please take notes because of time. We want to make sure that everything is covered and we're able to leave. So for the next 15 minutes, you're going to go into any of the sessions. And the first part we're going to discuss, the first topic we are going to discuss is AI. Sorry, give me a minute. All right. AI-driven development action, live coding on a web app with free AI tools. Please, can we have Chizaram Wazo? Please, can you stand up if you're here? Chizaram Wazo. Please celebrate him. Please, Chizaram, you can move towards your class. You'll be taking the main hall A. So if you are interested in AI-driven development in action, using live coding, live coding a web app with free tools, you will be moving to that part. And then the next topic is the role of motion design in enhancing user experience. There, and Nwoke Ugagbe. Amarachi Nwoke Ugagbe. Can we have Amarachi? Oh, okay. She already knows where to go to. Thank you so much, Amarachi. Amarachi is there. So again, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to make the move now while I introduce these speakers. They will not be using the microphone, so you may need to pay attention. So I'm going to call out again, and once you hear, you can start moving to the sections. You can move from where you are. Don't worry, we will come back again. We will converge again. I'll tell you what to do when you get there. So for those of us interested on how to use AI-driven development in action and understanding how to live code using a web apps with free tools, please, can you move to this part now? To the main hall. Those of us interested in design, move to main hall B. And those of us interested in understanding what MVPs are using bare bones chassis, you can move to main hall C. And then those of us interested in using low-code tools like the Google App Maker, you can move to main hall D. We'll give a few minutes for that to happen very quickly. So while we're making those moves, I will quickly introduce who your speakers are. So we have, for those of us who are in AI-driven development, you will be having Chizaram Wanzuo, who is already standing and getting ready for you. So you will be meeting Chizaram where he is. So he will be leading in that particular session for you. So please start making your move towards Chizaram. So Chizaram is a web developer and a software engineer, and has been working with web technology since his early teenage age. And of course, he's going to be leading that. And he's a software engineer and a web developer as well. And for those of us who will be moving to join in main hall B, who are going to be talking about the roles of motion design in enhancing user experience, that session is going to be led by Abraham Onwunaka. And of course, we know Abraham Onwunaka to be an amazing, amazing trainer. So he's going to be leading that. He's a motion design experience, motion designer. And he's passionate and expresses his desire through designs with over 6 years of experience in branding, motion design, and animation. And he believes in great work, in simple concept, and good people. He's a partner with a global brand and studios and Imagine Business to create exciting and meaningful experiences. And of course, he thinks in pixels, shapes, and keyframes, which is going to actually connect you to and show you how you can connect all those dots together. And of course, he's also interested in connecting people through screens, particularly enthusiastic about making impact with collaborations, innovations, and community building. And he's going to be leading that session the moment. Please, technical guys, help them to get that up and running as quickly as possible so that we can have them delivered on promise. And then for those of us who choose to join the barebone chassis and understanding what MVPs are, Gustin Njoku will be leading that session. And Gustin has been an amazing. So many of us who want to know who our dear Amarachi Nwoke is. So Amarachi is a data/business intelligence analyst. And she is a tireless explorer, armed with an array of tools and unbounded curiosity. She resides in a world driven by data, where insight holds key to her success. And Amarachi is one of the utmost professionals in that space. Okay, she's called a data analyst and a business intelligence analyst, embellished with skills in Power BI, SQL, Python, Excel, Power Apps, Power Automation, Tableau, Power Virtual Page, critical thinking, and problem-solving techniques. So please, if you're in those spaces, I believe our guys are settled now. I'm going to stop talking so that you can make use of your 15 minutes. Thank you. So immediately after this, I'll be announcing that by the close of this particular session, we'll be moving into another session where we'll allow you to stretch a bit and then come back for another breakout session, after which we'll return back to, I think we should start with food at that time. Are we good? All right. what they are, and then please, we are keeping to time. 5 minutes, it's 5 minutes. So we are going, all of us are going to walk out at exactly 2 p.m. on the dot. So we are walking back in here by 2:05, 5 minutes past 2, so that we can dive into another amazing, we have 4 other amazing sessions you don't want to miss. I'll only announce them when we return. So 5 minutes past 2, if you are still outside, we will announce it, we'll break into those sessions, we will do it, and then we'll come back for our gifts. For those of us who want some gift, we have some goodies for you. And don't fret at all. There's food and drinks coming in when you return. So sessions, speakers, please wrap up now so that we can move out by 2 p.m. on the dot. Those of us outside is 205. So please let's retire back so that we can get into the next session. You may retire back to your original seats so that when we announce the next round of sessions, you can know where to pick in from. So please, those of us outside, we can come back now so that we can start the sessions back again. And if you're taking selfie, this will be a great time to network, take selfies, and make sure that you're posting those selfies. There's a gift for those who have posted. We have a lot of gift for those who have posted. Is the middle on my left. And so we're going to be having, for the first main hall, which is main hall A, for the second session. Okay. All right, so we're going to have Elebede Aziz. Elebede Aziz, can we have you? Okay, sir, you can move to the main hall A. Please put your hands together for Elebede Aziz, who is going to be speaking from the main hall A. And then for the main, and he's going to speak on the topic, Introduction to Event-Driven Architecture and ASIC API. Introduction to Event-Driven Architecture and ASIC API. That's how